It's time to talk about our favorite low and slow and sad albums of 2024.
Doom metal hit it hard this year with some classic bands. You need to hear all of these. Art, Untouched by Fire. The mystical monastic music of this unique Northumbrian act took us by surprise with their 2022 debut full-length Take Up My Bones. Just a couple of years later, and Dr. Deeks is back, baby! This sophomore record is a slow, brooding doom metal album that is practically formless. It weaves through crushing, heavy sections and beautiful, airy orchestral moments with ease. Yes, the monk chants are here in full force, and it really sounds like a choir was put on standby just to record this album.
Incredible take on the doom genre, just to use monastic style clean singing to add to the somber tones of the low and slow vibe. There are some incredible moments on this record, and to my ears, they are totally lifted to massive heights with the cello. It's classy, but absolutely packed with darkness, and I completely love it.
Being the brainchild of Professor of History Mark Deeks, Art captures the beauty of the old world, its history, its legacy, and it wraps it all very neatly into this epic doom metal package. This record gives me a ton of early Saturnus vibes with its heavy riffing backed by haunting male vocals. There's just enough variety in here with the orchestrations to keep me enchanted and to place it very neatly on this list right here.
Going into something more accessible, Castle Rat Into the Realm. Castle Rat's debut album is a sonically captivating journey into a realm of dark fantasy. With its heavy, doom-laden sound and powerful vocals, the band pays homage to classic metal acts like Black Sabbath and Cirith Ungol. The album is characterized by its dynamic shifts ranging from slow, brooding passages to fast-paced and aggressive sections. Riley Pinkerton's powerful vocals combined with Franco Vittore's soaring guitar solos create a mesmerizing and highly engaging listening experience.
This is a really neat choice, man. I enjoyed this record, particularly when they incorporate some of those psychedelic tropes into their songs. There are some surprisingly heavy sections, too. And the fantasy LARPing approach, so good.
I think that's a big part of their success, too, is not only the branding, but like Riley's presence in the marketing and also her talent. It's a big reason why I think this album took off.
Yeah, there is girl.
Into the Realm is not a collection of songs. It's a concept album that tells the story of a dark queen and her quest for power. While the album may not reinvent the wheel, it offers a fresh and exciting take on traditional doomed heavy metal. Castle Rat's passion and dedication to their craft are evident in every note, man. Absolutely worth checking out for classic doom fans.
BleakHeart, Silver Pulse. BleakHeart came out of left field with a fascinating record this year, weaving tropes from alternative, post-rock, and ambient music. This album, again, defies easy categorization. Despite these tender sounds, this band really knows how to drop the fucking hammer right when you need it the most.
I can't see away with you, misery without you.
This record was recorded fully analog, another audio engineering nerdy thing. leaving us with yet another amazing sounding album on this list. The analog recording really helps to bring the nuances of this band to life.
This album was way better than their debut, in my opinion. Hailing from Denver, Colorado, this band embraces the elements of goth and post-rock and add even more sadness to the doom vibes. It's an incredibly haunting and cinematic record that absolutely stuck out in the doom genre this year.
This record is inspired by the impermanence of our physical bodies, how we will all succumb to disease, illness, and ultimately passing. It's a harrowing subject, personal to both this band and anyone that has experienced the tribulation of how fragile life is. Embrace the fragility, Forgemates. This is an introspective record, well worth your time. Despite the slow tempo on this record, it's paced like a bullet train and really begs for repeat listens.
Hey, remember this album? No one's really been talking about it, but I absolutely loved it. Spectral voice, Sparagmos. Man, these dudes captured a truly mesmerizing and terrifying experience with their sophomore album. Delving deeper into death doom with spooky intensity, the clear influences from early funeral doom greats, Sparagmos channels a fiendish atmosphere, enveloping listeners with reverberating chords, wild-ass bass textures. It's just fucking sick. Tracks like Red Feast condensed into one blend blast beats with unhinged vocals, and that's where that contrast between slow and fast hit incredibly hard for me.
This doom metal side project consists 3/4 of members of Blood Incantation, and once that clicked for me, I kind of began to see the similarities between the two acts. Chaotic, dismal, bleak. This record is fucking overwhelming in its density. For fans of Yub, evoking disembowelment, you will love this record.
And like you said, despite its density, this is a captivating and intricate development of an album, challenging us as listeners to face its overwhelming force. The slow moments, like in Be Cadaver and Death Knells Rings in Eternity, completely envelop you in sorrow. In its violence lies a strange as hell beauty, making it one of the most compelling death doom experiences of the year. I don't know why people aren't really talking about it. I think people kind of forgot, but they achieved their goal, man, leaving listeners overcome with inexorable power. Check this album out. It's so good.
Crypt Sermon, the Stygian Rose. Thank you, Forgemates, for raising the flag on this album. Yes, we read your comments, even the trashy ones, you despicable garbage rats. When we posted our mid-year list, y'all were wondering, where the fuck is Crypt Sermon? And I mean, nearly every other comment was about Crypt Sermon. So I was like, okay, this has to be pretty fucking good. Forgemates, you didn't let us down. This album goes hard.
Another big standout album in the doom genre from this year that I spun multiple times since it came out because of you guys. Incredible riffing, huge grooves. The vocals are epic and evil. This band has not written a bad record yet, so I'm not surprised the Stygian Rose was as good as it was, may even be their best.
From the opening epic riff of Glimmers in the Underworld, this one grabbed us. The soaring vocals ride those monumental guitar parts like a glorious throwback to the golden age of metal. Your mind will be melted by the scorching leads and solos on here. They're so good, man. I swear I could hear echoes of King Diamond's Andy LaRocque. This isn't just another slow dirge. This album delivers a heavy, traditionally rooted sound that's really one of the best trad doom records in maybe decades.
Tzompantli beating the drums of Ancestral Force. This album came out of fucking nowhere, dude. Probably one of the most surprising records of the year. This record is a powerful and immersive death doom experience. The band seamlessly blends tribal and death metal elements, creating a devastatingly unique and brutal as fuck sound.
Named after a skull rack to display human ornaments, this band draws from indigenous myths and cultures. Unlike acts like Black Braid or Nachatchwin, which we are familiar with, this band has firmly cemented themselves into an aggressive corner of death doom, where very few bands roam and even fewer can do it with such grace. This record is a decapitated body rolling down a Mayan temple.
This album is a sonic voyage, dude, filled with heavy-ass riffs, haunting melodies, super powerful vocals. The incorporation of indigenous instrumentation and natural soundscapes add a ton of character and authenticity to the music. While the album does draw inspiration from classic death doom bands like Mournful Congregation or Hooded Menace, their distinctive style sets them apart. This is an absolute must listen for fans of death doom. Don't miss this. So fucking good.
Eye Eater. Alienate. Defying easy categorization, Eye Eater is a sonic journey through a variety of extreme genres with unexpected bursts of bone-snapping brutality. It's a dark, brooding album that will pull you in with its atmospheric beauty before sucker punching you across the head with crushing heaviness. Take the emotional depth of post-metal, the raw intensity of metalcore, and the bleak darkness of Black and Doom, all blended together in a chaotic, captivating brew. Alienate is a testament to this brand new band's ability to seamlessly shift between these genres, creating a repeatable listening experience.
As you kind of alluded to, it's tough to categorize this band. At its core, I think it's pretty easy to hear that there's dissonance and death doom, and that's the contrast that you want between ferociously aggressive and purposely moody, and those dark moments that truly make this band feel bleak as hell.
For a debut album from an anonymous New Zealander, this is an underground debut that barely got any attention this year. And if you know me, I love a good underdog album. Dive in and prepare to get lost in the foggy caverns of this ritualistic record. Show some love to these talented musicians by supporting them on Bandcamp. They've got this listed as name your price for the digital version, which is insane to me. It's worth at least $5. Just go buy the guys a coffee or something.
Mother of Graves, the Periapt of Absence. I've been singing this band's praises in so many lists on this channel because it's so good. This band has returned with a sophomore album that surpasses their debut in both scope and also emotional intensity. They've worked really hard and it shows. This is a stunning blend of classic doom, but some modern melodic sensibilities here, crafting some sonic, amazing tapestries that are both haunting and strangely uplifting in a lot of ways. Those old school death metal moments mixed with the doom, chef's kiss.
Yeah, dude, these guys are just ruling supreme in the American melodic death doom sphere. Alongside bands like Fires in the Distance, they have just hit the ground running. Their trajectory is amazing. Second album in as many years, this band is signed to one of the biggest labels in the metal world. If for some reason either of these albums have missed you, stop and go listen to them now. Do it. Go!
The production on this record is incredible too, and for good reason. It's touched a lot of royalty in terms of the mastering and the mixing. Highlights include the epic title track, The Haunting a Scarlet Threnody, and the powerful Upon Burdened Hands. Mother of Graves has proven themselves to be a huge force in the world of underground doom metal. This is a must listen for fans of slow, sad, melodic doom. Officium Triste, Hortus, Venenum. Officium Triste delivers a compelling blend of melodic death and doom metal on their latest release. Walk in Shadows is a haunting 8-minute journey through a doom metal wasteland. The band's mastery of heavy riffs, haunting melodies, and emotional depth is on full display here. Force Field offers a more energetic and intense experience before gracefully fading out into death.
I have to protect myself from
I am so happy to see this on here. This album was a real treat from these doom metal masters. Again, yeah, it was a quiet release. Really had a massive impact, solidifying this band's presence as a mainstay in the genre. What a force to be reckoned with on this one.
Fans of melodic doom will find much to appreciate with this latest work. The band's versatility and enduring power makes this album a must listen for any fan of slow, melancholic, and on the sad side of the doom subgenre. This is truly a hidden gem, man, in the doom metal scene. If you somehow missed this, I almost did, go back and fix it. It's
Doubtsower, nothing reduced to everything. We love audio engineering. I've got a degree in audio production. Brandon is a seasoned audio engineer. It can be a highly scientific process, especially with today's advances in technology, but sometimes it's just best to be simple and kind of weird. This record feels like a descent into the madness and weirdness of its artist. Some of the songs on here just make me straight up nervous with the way that the clocks, the alarms, and the other pulsing rhythms are scattered throughout this album. They really put a sense of dread on the listener.
This album is a fucking trip, dude. The experimental vibes using electronic and industrial elements added a ton to the character of this band's sound. Their take on doom oozes desolation, especially when tinged with dark ambient tones and noise.
Yeah, the usage of both of those elements, the electronica, the industrial stuff, very, very welcome on here. The mix is super unique. It's raw, it's unpolished in a way that sounds like it was recorded on an 8-track. In the bio of Doubtsower's Bandcamp, they do talk about different practice spaces and areas in their home in which they recorded. And these different environments really just help bring a unique shine to this mix. Get your ears on this one if somehow you missed it.
What were your favorite doom metal picks of 2024? Leave them down in the comments below. There was some sad boys, there was some heavy boys. Where did you fall? Share in the comments, be part of the community, thumbs up the video.
Go with the gods, Forgemates. The Stygian rose is withering.